This is a place I'm sure many of you will recognise, and some of you have even become lost in. This is IKEA, the Swedish furniture maker who unfortunately isn't the sponsor of today's video. Their minimalist Scandi aesthetic and their inexpensive products have allowed them to become a dominant force in the world of home furnishings. And as Mormon temples are the house of the Lord, it got me wondering, can you furnish a Mormon temple on an IKEA budget?
The timing is perfect too, as the Stockholm, Sweden temple just closed a couple of months ago for renovations. So if we play our cards just right, the temple department might just take some of this on board. Let's start with the endowment room. Seating in the endowment room would seem to be an important place to spend money to prioritise comfort. Temple patrons are in this room for 2 hours, only standing a few times. We've got to keep things comfortable. When the Stockholm, Sweden temple reopens, it will have 2 endowment rooms with 40 seats each. The theatre-style seating the temple currently uses is provided by a company called Irwin. Their Allegro stock chair is the most similar I can find to the custom jobs done on LDS temples. According to prices given to the Mississippi state government, the list price is $1,163.13 per seat. That would mean the whole room for 40 patrons would be $46,525.20. And that doesn't even account for the 4 officiator chairs. According to a document that was apparently leaked from the temple department, the church will spend around $1,000 a chair on the officiators' chairs, bringing the total for the room up to $50,525.20. Because as we said we need to keep things comfy, I'm proposing we use the Poäng Chair from IKEA, which costs £129 or $165. A staple of their design collection since its introduction in 1978, it is very comfortable and durable. In fact, the billionaire owner of IKEA himself, Ingvar Kamprad, said in 2006 that he has had his own Poäng chair for 32 years. The cushion that forms the seat of the Poäng is separate to the frame, so this could be replaced over time as part of the temple's regular maintenance cycle. However, the frames themselves have been proven, at least in one case, to last longer than the entire Baton Rouge temple did, which only lasted 18 years before it had to be tore back to the studs due to mold. Complete with a small cabinet to act as an altar, and even including a couple of sofas for the ordnance workers behind the veil, the cost of this endowment room comes in at £7,421 or $9,418. But that can be reduced to £7,285 or $9,243 by joining the IKEA family discount scheme. Either way, it is significantly less expensive than the $50,000 they might currently be paying. You could take out and replace the IKEA furniture 5 times over for the same cost that it seems they're currently paying. The natural next step would be to go up to the celestial room, but let us go down to the initiatory area, where the small stainless steel sink with a tap that dribbles water costs $1,500. The solution? The Kattevik Sink for $152, with the Voxnan Tap for $101, for a grand total of $253. Further down in the temple is the Baptistry, where a towel table can cost $1,500. This storage here in the Washington DC temple could easily be replaced by the $63 Regrund. Now we can finally go to the celestial room, where a sofa can cost $4,200. These sofas in the Laie, Hawaii temple could be replaced by the Fröslöv Sofa, costing $886. The armchairs could be replaced by the Ekenäset, costing $252. According to the document, the sofas can cost $4,200 without fabric. The fabric can be $250 a yard. The chairs have the same fabric cost, and the framework can cost $1,800. It's not even like the sofas and chairs need to be that comfortable, because you're very often shooed out within 15 minutes by a temple worker to make sure there's enough room for the next session to come in. I'm sure these offerings from IKEA are more than comfortable enough. Also, having just been sat down for 2 hours, many people like to wander around the celestial room and just stretch their legs. The center table in the celestial room can cost up to $8,500, and it could be replaced by the $442 Ingatorp Table. And if the church could get over the fact that it's called a coffee table, the Vejmon could make an excellent substitute for their normally $2,050 sofa tables, coming in at just $190. The side table version, at $125, is even shown on the website with white books on the little storage shelf, so it fits the vibe. Now, some of you have already seen this image that I shared nearly 2 years ago, but what it shows is furniture from the London Temple Celestial Room on its way to be burned. The photographer assured me that a bonfire was the final destination for this furniture. As a rough guess, there are 7 chairs, 3 console or sofa tables, and the center table. The combined cost of the furniture in this photo, $43,250. If it's going to be burned anyway, why not use cheaper furniture? Also, don't burn furniture. I'm sure there's a charity of some kind that could benefit from this sort of furniture, an old folks home or something. Again, I must stress this video is not sponsored by IKEA. This channel is funded by YouTube ad revenues, which on their own are not enough to live on. This channel is kept kept alive by the very kind donations of viewers who value the work I do. And if you would like to join them in supporting me, there's a link just down near the like button. And why IKEA? Well, the document that was apparently leaked from the temple department listed very expensive budgets for temple furnishings. I wanted a framing device through which we could examine some of those very high budgets presented in the document, and IKEA's notoriously inexpensive furniture seemed like a fun way to do that. This video also allows me to correct a mistake from my last video about the temple. The leaked document figures, as well as comments from viewers, have brought to my attention that due to the confusing imperial system, which we burdened you in America with, and for some reason you still cling on to, the prices for carpet are typically square yard, not square feet, which was the imperial measurement I assumed you would be using. This means the church isn't overpaying in the way that we may have originally thought, as $39 a square yard is high-end, but not unreasonable, so I'm told. What do you make of all this? Are churches paying too much for temple furnishings? Let me know what you think down in the comments.